Yes, sir.
Okay, what have we discussed yesterday? Basically, we discussed here the main important thing. What is a cloud release? What is a private cloud? Okay. Okay. Arshan, we have. Hi,
Yes,
Arshan.
sir.
Hi, good morning all.
Good morning. So, so it's just a recap of yesterday's class. In yesterday's video, my voice did not captured. Okay. First, let me explain the recap and then we continue. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So, in between, I'll ask few questions. You have to answer me. Okay.
Hmm,
Arshan? Yeah.
okay.
Okay. We have two licenses. Cloud. Basically, cloud is like yearly 4 releases, means every quarter one release. Okay. On-premise license is yearly one release. It means 4 cloud releases will combine into one yearly on-premise release. If you want to understand the releases, let's say go to SAP S4 Wikipedia and you see overview of releases. SAP S4 HANA, maybe I'll paste this link. If you have a trouble, you just copy it somewhere, or else I'll do one thing. I'll paste here only. Maybe you guys can refer. So, if you see here, SAP S4 HANA on-premise releases are one for a year. Cloud releases are two for a year. It was in the beginning. Okay, in the beginning they have done 2 releases for a year. So if you see S4 HANA cloud releases 2016, see 4 releases they have. 17, see they have 4 releases every quarter one. Likewise, if you see 2021, you have 4 releases. For some reason, 2022 they were having two only, or this Wikipedia is not up to date always. There was a lag, they'll not update and they'll not concentrate this. Wikipedia has to take care, right? It has not done. Now it coming to on-premise release, see, initial release in 2015 March, it was on-premise release only. In 2015, SAP did not bring your cloud license. See, you don't have cloud in 2015. 16 onwards, they also have a release of cloud. And now if we talk about the naming convention, initially the naming convention is YYMM. If you see 2015 November, 15 is YY, 15 November is MM. That was the naming convention. So after that, what they've done is for a cloud release, new nomenclature, they've made it as YYMM. They just made YYMM to only YYYY. Only year only they were making for a cloud release. If you see, sorry, this is not
Yes, sir.
cloud. This is not cloud. This is on-premise. What they have done is YYMM. They named it as only YY. If you see, 2021, 2022, 2023. Actually, 2023 is not available yet in the market on-premise. Why? Because 2023 we have not completed it. We are almost left with maybe 45 days. Maybe true. Within 45 days we will not bring anything. Maybe already I am releasing on-premise 2020. That is also possible. So we have 2023 on-premise in the market. When you say you know SAP S4 HANA and you worked in implementation project, basically they'll ask a question: are you worked in on-premise or are you worked in cloud release? They'll ask. Okay. So probably if you count the people, let's say out of 10 people, only 1 or 2 people are worked in cloud release, because there were no much cloud releases happened so far in the market. Okay, so this is a new thing anyway in the market. slowly people are getting the cloud projects and they are learning. So that is the reason we concentrate on on-premise. On-premise and cloud both are SAP only. Okay, there is only one difference. When you're talking about a cloud and on-premise, there is one difference. I'll tell you what is that. So you have to remember and always refer what other latest releases are coming in terms of SAP S4 HANA licensing. You have to refer intranet and be ready. Coming to the cloud releases, yeah, cloud releases initially they have 4, right? Now also 4. See, this is also YYMM 16 March 03. Likewise, if you see in 2023, there were so far released 2 cloud releases only. So August they were released. After August, there was no other release. Maybe they'll release and they'll update. Here also you see this naming convention is YYMM only. They have not changed it for cloud 2308. If you see here, this makes you clearly blunder mistake. This is not up to date, right? February 2023. It should be 2302, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, sir.
It means this Wikipedia site was not updated properly and incorrect details sometimes. That is what you need to understand. And also, if you have a time spend and understand, they've written something about green field, brown field, these things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next thing is, what is the difference between a cloud and on-premise in terms of my work? How does it bring and what is the main thing, main difference we have here? Arshan?
In terms of cloud,
And on-premise in terms of,
mm,
let's say, as a work concern, as a consultant, I need to work in cloud and on-premise.
mm,
What is the big difference between both?
on-premise,
Hmm.
we have to work on that SAP database and all. Public cloud means they will maintain.
Hmm.
On-premise means we have to take that infrastructure with maintenance, everything and all.
Okay.
Only service they will provide.
Okay. That things will happen in the technical things we will
Mm,
discuss.
mm,
Okay. As a consultant, what I see a big difference between a cloud and on-premise is the GUI.
GI.
GUI in essence, if you see, this is a SAP logon button.
Yeah, yeah. Mm,
Likewise, we have from the beginning. In the
mm,
beginning also we have, let's say beginning in the sense in SAP ECC also, if you want to log on, you have a logon pad. Maybe some companies they don't have a logon pad. This logon pad they'll have one URL link. If you click that URL link, their company image will come. You click the system name and it will same kind of, it will open this kind of screen.
yeah,
124589. If I give username password, I see a screen. You see,
yeah.
this is a SAP screen. This we call it as a traditional GUI screen. What is it?
Traditional
Traditional.
GI.
Why I was calling traditional GUI? Because this is the initial screen from a starting of a SAP, right?
Yes.
So graphical user interface in a sense, how the user is interacting with the software application. This is how I am interacting with this application. And this
Yeah.
application also interacting with me with this manner, appearance and the navigation. So GUI and a graphical user interface. Okay. So now this is a boring, right? This is a boring. Now other thing is, if you want to travel and while traveling also, if you want to perform your job related activities in this screen, if you want to perform traditional way, if you want to perform, you need a dedicated environment connected personal computer or laptop. Let's say in the office only you go, You log into the system provided by Office and you get into it and you open SAP, you do your work. That is how it works. But nowadays, no. While traveling also, I should be able to work my job through a tab or a mobile. I could able to have a flexibility. That is not there in traditional GUI screen. Okay. And SAP ECC, that functionality is not there. With S4 HANA, that functionality also there, including GUI screen. In on-premise release, you have one more GUI. What is that?
Fear app.
Okay, you have a Fiori. Same. Whatever you are seeing in the screen, this is a traditional screen. Adding to that, you have a Fiori. Sorry. Uh, okay, this is a Fiori screen. The same work what people used to do in the traditional screen, they can also do in a Fiori screen. Now, this Fiori can be logged into your tab and you can perform your job very easily. Okay, this Fiori is not there in SAP ECC. It is there in S4 HANA. If you're talking about on-premise, see, I've written here clearly. In on-premise, we have a traditional GUI and we have a latest GUI Fiori. If the license is on-premise, you have a two screens. You can work in a GUI screen. Here some activities we can perform, and in the Fiori you can perform few activities. But if the license is cloud, you will not have this screen at all. You don't have any traditional GUI screen. You have to work on Fiori screen only, completely end to end. You have to work in Fiori only. That is the main and big difference you guys have to remember. Why you have to remember? This is a basic, right? This is a basic. Interviewer will expect, or once you join in the organization also, you should understand, okay, if I am working any implementation project or a support project in S4 HANA, as a consultant, my responsibility was to understand what kind of licensing customer is brought. Is it on-premise or is it a cloud? Based on that, your mind has to understand, okay, it's on-premise. So it means I have to perform few activities in GUI, traditional screen, and few activities in Fiori. If the client is using cloud, no matter what, I have to forget, okay, there is no means of traditional GUI. I have to work everything on Fiori. Got it? This is the main thing you should understand in terms of our job role. Got it? How to work it,
Okay.
what we will do, we will learn slowly. Okay? But don't forget these things. Okay? If you forget this, you learn how much you learned also, it doesn't make any sense. Okay?
I see.
Okay. Next thing is, if we talk, yesterday we've discussed it and today we are discussing, again, it's a technical stuff. It's not related to our functional module FICO, but still we need to at least remember these things. Okay. Now you see, public cloud is very easy in terms of implementation. That is the understanding in the market. Why public cloud implementation is easy and it's a short term. People will think, hey, it's a public cloud. Public cloud means maybe 6 or 8 months or 12 months you complete your implementation. People will think that way. But practically that is different. People are struggling a lot in a cloud implementation. Why they are struggling, what are the issues, again we will discuss later. In the public cloud, clients has to spend huge money. The licensing is cost is more if you compare with on premise. Why the cost is more is SAP will take care of software licensing cost, including the software licensing cost. They'll also take care of hardware and software cost and the maintenance. Maintenance in the sense hardware, the database, application, maintenance, everything will be taken care by SAP only. You no need to worry about. Okay, you just provide the access, application access to the users. They'll just perform their daily routine jobs in the system. If anything happen to the system, SAP is responsible. If something goes wrong in a worst situation, they have to pay penalty to you. Okay, that they'll take care of. So being they are handling your hardware and software, everything, the license cost is more. And in the public cloud, when you reach SAP and ask for a public cloud, first they'll ask you what is your business nature, line of business you are doing. Okay, based on this line of business, I have readily configured system. Readily configured system in a sense, I know you are into maybe pharmaceutical industry. Okay, for you this kind of business configuration is needed. I have readily available. If you didn't get like confidence, you didn't get the confidence whether whatever solution I am selling is it fit for your organization or not, then what a customer will do is, some customers, okay, you're saying everything you are providing, just give us a trial system of your configuration. Whatever you're saying cloud configuration, you just give us one pre-configured system access. Let's say whatever he wanted to sell, that trial system in a sense, it's not a live system. Some data SAP will create and give it to customer. They'll not give it for free, not even a single activity. They'll charge for every activity. Okay, you just I'm giving some access, system access for 2 months. You pay this much and you just do experiment. Whatever you want to do and understand SAP better so that you will get a confidence. Then you come back, we'll discuss the deal and close it. So, but customer don't know. They got the pre-configured system access for cloud or on-premise. On-premise also they can buy anything pre-configured system. After buying, they don't know how to operate it. Okay, how to understand it better. Again, customers what they'll do is, in the market, who all are providing SAP IT support, let's say TCS, Infosys, you name it, many IT organizations. Customer will reach to the one of IT partners and they'll ask, hey, I need a support, 2 months support to understand SAP pre-configured system, cloud or on-premise. I have borrowed the license. Can you guys help me to understand? I'll pay this much. Then again we get some work. We show what is there in the system, how it is helpful to them. Based on a decision, based on the no results, he'll take a decision whether I want to buy a cloud or a on-premise. Okay, he can take a decision. After that, again, it's normal stuff. How that will be, we will discuss after this today. Okay, and cloud is a subscription model. Why subscription? I'm saying we are just paying like a rent. Okay, annual maintenance to SAP. SAP is providing access and we are working. Everything is taken care by SAP and the cloud. So predefined scope, this is a danger thing. In on-premise, while you are implementing, you found something different, still you can modify your changes based on the latest information. You can modify your configuration. That is possible in on-premise release, but in cloud release, detailed what is needed, first you have to figure it out. Before you start the project only, you have to understand. How can we understand, right? Sometimes business will say incorrect or else incorrect information, incomplete information, they'll say. Whatever they update us, based on that we understand this much configuration is needed, and SAP will give the provision for that much only. Later, while implementing, if additional things business ask, that is a headache. Again, we have to go to SAP and ask, hey, here we need additional configuration scope. Can you activate? We don't have control. Everything is SAP control. That is one big thing. Because of this, whatever the duration we thought, it will go beyond only. It will never be 4 months or 6 months. It's 1 year, 2 years. 2 years is a worst case. Okay, 1 year, 18 months are okay, but sometimes 24 months. Again, based on the customer volume, kind of a customer, how much uh, business units he has, how big his organization is, based on that it depends. That is how public cloud technical things happen. Now coming to the on-premise, whatever you have SAP ECC, their beginning system, this is also nothing but a on-premise. Okay, their initial ECC system also, whatever screen I am showing you, traditional GUI screen, this is nothing but on-premise system. They were into on-premise. The same way, on-premise means you have a GUI system, including GUI, you have a Fiori also in on-premise. That is a big difference. Don't think only on-premise we have an S4HANA. No, their old system also kind of a on-premise. What does it mean by on-premise? Customers will buy software from a SAP and a hardware, installation, infrastructure, IT people, everything will be taken care by customer only. Client only will take care. He'll just buy the software application from a SAP and maintenance, everything, hardware setup, servers, database, maintenance, everything customer will take care. That is the here SAP don't take the risk. They'll just sell the product, and installation everything will be taken care by customer. That is how normally software implementations will work. Same way, there is no difference. And once the here, if you see who has joined,
Me, Subhashri.
okay, I Shubhashri, why was late?
Why? My
But
alarm was not.
okay, understood. Anyway,
So,
this is a Saturday, right? Might be
yeah,
your
yesterday,
alarm also noticed. Huh?
yesterday, like work was more, so I slept late.
Okay, no worries. Anyway, we are just recapping the yesterday's thing. My voice did not captured in the recording. Okay,
Okay, okay.
that is the reason I am repeating. You just understand. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Now the other thing is in cloud release, being SAP is taking care. Every quarter they have a new release, right? Be whether you use the functionality or you will not use the functionality, it doesn't matter. Your system is up to date in terms of software. Okay, if you are going with the cloud license, whatever SAP so far introduced in the market, you are in the same system. You no need to worry about the upgrades and all. Your system is up to date because you are paying a more money and you have taken the subscription of cloud, so that you no need to worry, your system is up to date. Okay, but when it is coming to on premise, while buying the on premise, why customer will decide on premise, I am okay with the on premise? How can he conclude, Arshan?
Mm.
How customer will decide I want to go for a cloud or on premise?
On-premise is when compared with cloud, price is less,
Hmm.
and mm, maintenance everything will be with us only.
Hmm.
Based on the management budget and all, they will go with requirement and budget. They will go with on-premise.
Hmm. While they are selecting whether I want to go for a cloud or a on premise, they first sit and understand the requirement, the business requirement. Okay, SAP is taking care everything and our system is up to date. Whether really we need this model, because this is a huge money. We never use all the recent, let's say, functionalities, whatever SAP is inventing. I don't need. Why I need that? Let's say I'll just compare 2022 on-premise release. In the 2022 on-premise, maybe 2021 on-premise, maybe 2020 on-premise. Okay, whatever the functionalities are needed for our business, all are appeared, all are working fine in 2022. Let's do one thing. Let's stick to on-premise 2022 license. We buy that application only. We buy that on-premise release only. We don't worry about the recent no, things which SAP is inventing. They are available in cloud. We'll not get them. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. We'll go with 2022 on-premise. If you buy 2022 on-premise, up to 2022 on-premise, what all the functionalities you have there, that functionality is only available to your organization. Maybe after 3-4 years, 2025 on-premise came, and whatever functionalities in 2025 you will not have, obviously. But you are interested in one of functionality which is not there in 2022, which is there in 2025 on-premise. Then again you have to reach to SAP. Hey, I need so and so functionality, something revenue recognition side, some functionalities good. Can you activate it to me? Then what SAP will say? Obviously I'll activate you, but only that you just have to pay me some money because I'm adding additional thing to your system. Then they'll negotiate, and what are needed later they'll add it. That's a kind of need basis. That is how it works. Got it? That is the reason on-premise is less cost, cloud is very huge cost. Okay. On-premise is fixed solution. Whatever you buying that day, that will only work. And if you ask me, there are few common things will happen. Common things every year, maybe mid of a year also, few changes will happen. The best thing to understand this is taxation, right? Every country has their own tax procedures, and taxation will be there. So if any tax things are happened in, let's say, country India, maybe country Brazil, something is happened. So what SAP do, they modify in the entire their system, be it a cloud or be it a on-premise. They'll modify the corrections. Those are the core corrections, right? It's related to core product. The tax related things they'll correct it, and they'll just upgrade to everybody. There is no restriction to cloud or on-premise. That things will be appeared and will be upgraded to all the versions, cloud or on-premise. That is how it works. Okay. So here hardware maintenance will be SAP. In on-premise, no. Customer has to maintain. It's a fixed configuration or a functionality. You buy 2022 on-premise, yes, you have to live with 2022. If you want additional things to be added, again you have to pay a money. Okay. If you want to upgrade, yes, that's what we've written here. And naming convention also we have seen. Cloud release YYMM, right? For on-premise, it's YYYY only. When it was changed from YYMM to YYYY, 2020 onwards. So yeah, after that we've discussed something related to release notes. What was that release notes? Can somebody tell me?
Like
Like,
what
is
are
there any
the
updates and all? Any upgrade in the systems and all? They will provide you the note.
Okay, Inka, so I need a more polished answer. Subhashri, you're trying something?
yeah, like what are the difference from the old and new release
Hmm.
will be mentioned in
Hmm.
the notes.
Do you think, let's say, on-premise 2020 or maybe cloud 03 20 maybe YY 2303 2021 on-premise 2308. Okay, this is my on-premise release 2020, on-premise 2021, cloud 2023 March, cloud 23 August, because we have 4 releases, right? So from 20 to 21 or 2303 to 2308, do we see a huge functionality changes will happen, or there are minimal one or two things will happen, and will it really impact our modules FICO?
No, not much. If there is any one or two changes will be there.
Only very minimal, right? We have seen yesterday release notes,
Mm,
yes or no?
yes.
We've seen release note there, the changes were very minimal, right? SAP release notes. If we go here, so yesterday we discussed something about what was that? S user ID. What is S user ID?
SAP,
Hmm.
SAP ID.
Not like this. SAP ID. S user ID means SAP ID. How we get that?
We need to register.
Hmm.
Otherwise, if you're working, you will get from company.
Okay. Your organization will provide basically, right? I think it's log default my ID. Yeah. Let's continue. Very simple. When 2021 came into the market on premise, SAP, it's a common, it's a their basic responsibility. What is the difference between 2020, let's say 2020 on premise and 2021? What additionally I am bringing? They have to release one note, release note information, so that customers who are already using 2020, they'll not worry. They'll just go back and see 2021. What are the latest things came in? If any really needed functionality released in 2021, let's also connect with SAP and get it activated. We will pay money. If the new things came which are not relevant to our business at all, we just ignore it. That is the reason you have to understand the release notes. Before you understand the release notes, you should understand there is a S user ID. Yesterday I told you everybody, every employee should have a S user ID, which is a ID given by a SAP. Let's say it doesn't mean that you have to start working, then you have to get the S user ID through your organization. No, as a student, as a predictor, you can create your S user ID, test user ID. Maybe you can link with your Gmail and try creating today yourself. You just go to SAP Launchpad, login, register, fill the details, and you get the S user ID. What is the difference between our personal S user IDs and organization provided S user IDs? Organization provided S user IDs have the huge scope. In a sense, content you get a more. You have a licensing, more options you can explore and you can read and you can understand. Whatever you create your personal, it has a very limited information available. But feel is okay. Feel and appearance, everything is okay. But the functionality wise, you see a difference. And why you need this as user ID? Later with this as user ID, you can also uh, get the learning hub access. Learning hub access in the organizations they will provide. Or else if you want to buy learning hub access, you reach SAP, they'll ask maybe 1.5 lakhs or 1.3 lakhs, and they'll give you one user ID and password. They'll give you one link, learning hub access. You just have to log into there. You have a whole content related to FI module and a controlling module. You have to read yourself. You have to spend dedicatedly 2 or 3 months, maybe more. You have to understand yourself. There is no physical trainer is available. Okay. After you got a, let's say, confidence, then you can appear for the certification exam. Why certification is needed nowadays is, yesterday I told you, out of 10 resumes, we are getting 8 resumes already with a certified consultant. Certified means what? ICAI. What is the full form of ICAI?
Institute of Chartered Accountants of India.
Correct. So once you are a certified chartered accountant, where you will get the certificate from ICAI, right? No? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Register
Yes.
certificate you will get. So if you once you get the certificate, I am a certified chartered accountant. You will say it in the resume. There are other 5 resumes and your resume also there in the bucket. Whose resume will be picked?
Professional.
Professional. Priority they'll give you. Likewise, in SAP, you have a certifications. SAP valid certification list. This is after, not now. Once you are done with the course, if you're still interested, it's not cost much. It's 18,000 plus GST, I guess. Okay. You can appear for the exam. Maybe I can help you. What are the questions will come? When you write an exam, that time questions will change. Okay. Accordingly, you have to understand. You just select the country. You see, SAP is not only meant for FICO, we already know it. There are many functional modules are involved and technical modules also we have. So if we scroll somewhere, we have our modules. I'll show you. Analytics, success factors, asset management. This is only related to asset accounting, but not that one. This is SD module. Financial accounting associates. You see, financial accounting associates. Associate is like a basic level. Basic level in a sense, maybe a person who is having up to 5 years experience. Financial accounting associate. Every certification has a code. You see, C certification TS TS4 S4 HANA F5 Financials 2021. What does it mean is it's a financial accounting associate. For which version? S4 HANA 2021. You see, for 2022 on premise, they were not yet ready for the certification exam. They are not conducting it. So overall, there will not be a much changes. I am telling you, okay, release to release. Nobody bothers whether the person knows how to work in on-premise or how to work in a cloud implementation. That is what needed mostly. If you want to understand what is the cost of it, you just go to the details. You see a content details. You see, and which languages it is available, how many questions you have, how much weightage you should get, what is the duration. You can appear in a online only. So there are two models. Getting a subscription for exam. C a 66. If you select this, in this you will get 6 attempts. You will get 6 attempts. In 6 attempts you can complete 6 certifications if at all you want. The cost is 44,965 plus tax. Some GST will be there. Okay. So in 6 attempts, I tried 1 attempt. I failed. Again you write. You passed. Then you are left with 4. And again FI is different, CO is different. Certification. That you have to write separately. This you have to write separately. Or else you are interested with only 1 attempt. I am sure I'll crack the exam in 1 attempt. You go for CA001. This is 18,000 close to an extra tax. Maybe it will come 20,000 or 21,000. Then you take 2. Rather taking a 2, I guess it's better to take 6 attempts. But it's very costly. So up to the individual decision. But I prefer once you join in the organization will provide you the licensing. They'll only buy for you the certification attempts, and they'll ask you to appear for the exam. That is how it works. But before, if you are interested, yes, you just add to bucket, and like a product you buy in Amazon or Flipkart, you can buy it, you can schedule exam, and you can write it down. Okay, so it brings the more value. I am telling nowadays most of the resumes I am seeing, and everybody is rather they have a knowledge in FI or CO, it doesn't matter, but they are doing the certifications and they are ready. How they are doing is, they know, like with somebody's help, they know question and answers, some proxies also happening, they'll write and they'll come back. That is how it works. You see, this is financial accounting, right? You see, S4 HANA management accounting. For management accounting, you see separate certificate code, CO. This is CO, this is FI, on-premise 2021. Likewise, if you select cloud, also you have somewhere. These are the certifications. Soon they are going to expire. But usually, whatever certification you do, it at least valid 2 to 3 years. Okay. Every time it will come new thing, you have to be ready. Some certificates will not have a end date. They are valid forever. I'll show you one more certificate here. You see, P, this is C. C is just a certificate for an associate. If you see, P means professional. S for finance 2021 certified application professional financials in S4 HANA for ERP financial expert. This is kind of advanced syllabus. Okay, there you have basic in associate, but in professional you have little advanced. If you want to see what is the scope here and there, you always go details and you see the description, notes, topics, areas, area wise weightage. You see system preparation, configuration, conversion, conversion, post conversion, architecture. It's not only about a technical FICO, a little bit technical knowledge also needed. That is the reason we are discussing. S4 HANA only runs in HANA database. It has a 2 licensing modules, on-premise, cloud. These all the things are kind of a little technical things you should understand. They have weightage in the exam also, you see. And this is common. This cost is common. Let's see, once you are comfortable, if you want to do it or do it later also fine. There is no rush, but I am just giving as a information. Okay, I've added in the cart already. I am reviewing it. Okay, now let's go back to the release notes. What are the release notes? Let's see. Release notes 2022. You just press in the search. It brings the information what is available with that search term. Okay, while giving the information, SAP will reply with, there is a something I told yesterday term. What was that? I'll just see. I told you yesterday, right? They'll reply or they'll capture everything with one number. What was that number? What do we call that number? You see, there is a number, right? 3198 100 3145 277. What was that number? What was that number, guys?
That release note number.
Release note number. దాన్ని ఏమంటాం OSS note number అంటాం, right? What was that? For everything they'll give one dedicated number. If let's say if the customer Mercedes Benz will go and ask what are the release things between 2021 on premise, 2021 on premise and 2022, they'll give this number and please refer the OSS note 3145277. If let's say Wipro Technologies will go and ask also, they'll say the same only. That is the reason it's very difficult to answer everybody separately, right? That is the reason SAP will give for each and every reply, whatever reply or information they want to give it to the customers, they'll they'll give one dedicated OSS note number and they'll reply. And yesterday I asked you, what is OSS note? What was the OSS note full form?
Online SAP support.
Very good. Every day you bring your own definitions, right?
Hmm.
Uh, what is the right form?
Normal. Not sure.
SAP
Online
OSS
service.
uh, online support service.
Online
And
service system.
online service system. Okay. Service is support. We have to use the same terminology, okay? Not our own terminology. It kills us, okay? Online service system. SAP has a common platform. With that only it will give the information. You see? Now I am in 2022 release S4 HANA 2022. 2022 అంటే ఏంటి? What was naming convention? Is it a cloud naming convention or is it a on-premise naming convention?
On premise.
On
On-premise.
premise.
So in this change, what are the changes? Release note information, general information. Again, what they've changed. For again the particular change related, if you are interested, again you have a note. You have to go back and you have to refer. Right? It's very easy once you start, but you should understand something in your mind. Okay, release to release. How can I understand? There are the release notes. I just go back to the release note and understand. In this release, there are many things, but let's see anything related to finance and controlling. Master data governance, digital payment ads. This is something to accounts payable. What exactly digital payments? Maybe through internet. Asset management. This is our thing. HCM, human capital management. Dedicatedly finance related. Yesterday we have seen one note. What was that? Is it a 2021? That is more clear. Service and support. Let's see. Release notes. I don't want to make you confused. It's very easy. You'll understand once you have a hands on. Okay. Maybe for the first time, if you're seeing, you feel, oh, what is this? There is a lot in it. Okay. No worries. Let's see what is there in 2021. When 2021 on-premise release it, they'll release this note. Likewise, 2022, 2023. Every time you have. So again, this is. Let's target this one. Okay, one piece only I'm targeting. General and important consideration. What you have to consider in 2021 release will be maintenance until 2026. You see, what system is telling? SAP S4 HANA 2021 will be in maintenance until 31st 12 2026. For further information about the maintenance strategy, please refer this note and this note. What is mean by still maintenance? SAP is saying I have a released on 05/06/2023 లో 2020-21 ఆన్ ప్రిమైస్ ని రిలీజ్ చేసేసింది జూన్లో. బట్ అగైన్ ఏంటి, వై ఇట్ ఈస్ టెల్లింగ్ స్టిల్ దిస్ విల్ బీ ఇన్ మెయింటెనెన్స్ టిల్ 31st December 2026? Any thought process in your mind?
Maybe if they implement, if upgrade any new things in this module, again they will give the note.
Okay. What does it mean is, you see what all the general important considerations, whatever the functionalities they were mentioned here. But I'll tell you one thing, if you see this topic, again this topic, if you are using revenue accounting and reporting with SAP S4 HANA 2021, please refer this. If you go to this again, it will tell you this is not fully ready. This solution is not ready in 2021 fully. Maybe half of the information is ready. Still we are working on it. Still we are working on the topic. But before 2026 that will be completely ready. If that is the case, you tell me customer will activate this solution, this functionality will they activate? If it is a off boiled, maybe off cooked,
Mm.
will the customer go ahead?
No.
No. That is the reason you have to now it's very difficult for you, but once you start it's very easy to understand. You will understand why I need to activate. Maybe seniors will take a decision, you no need to worry. Maybe the solution architect level who is in a project, they should know it, how to deal with this release notes, and what is the best release we should suggest for the customer to implement. But anyway, he is taking care, why I should worry, I'll ignore it, I'll not refer this release notes. No, you are also in the same industry, you are also a consultant. As a consultant role and responsibility, you should know it. All of a sudden your boss will come and, hey, can you download me the release note for 2023 on premise? If he ask you, what you will do if you don't know this? What we have done, we just logged into S user ID launchpad, then in the search we just typed release note 2021, likewise 2023, right? Whatever the requirement, you just type it. You should understand, okay, where I'll get the release notes. To get the release notes, I need a S user ID access. Once I have a S user ID access only, I can get the content. But few contents, few OSS release notes, without having a S user ID also, sometimes, I'm telling, sometimes in the Google you will find it. Okay, in the Google you will find it. But not every time. Let me type SAP release notes 2022. Let's see. What's new in SAP S4 HANA 2022? 2022 is on premise. Likewise, you type the cloud releases, you will get release highlights in seconds. But dedicatedly, you need a number. It is taking help portal is nothing but your OSS portal only, S user ID. It is asking a help portal. No, you don't have a dedicated number. For few notes, you get this number. Okay, release note information 3015539 for 2021 release. Let's go back to the revenue accounting. If you spend some time and understand revenue accounting with the 2024 2021, starting with, okay, when this solution actually started, this revenue accounting is started in 1809. It was old, right? 2018 September on-premise release. That time it was YYMM. The former revenue accounting add-ons including sales and integration reporting 1.2 becoming integral part of S4 HANA. Support notes available. Okay, they've written many things. You want to use the revenue accounting and reporting with S4 HANA solution. This SAP note covers the following topics. These all are the topics. Solution, how you want to activate the solution, how much you can activate, what is available, what is still not available. You have to spend and understand. For few things you have another additional notes. Okay, what you have to do is you have to patiently sit and understand. If the business is requesting, I need a revenue accounting and reporting to be activated to my business, then definitely what you will do, you will sit and understand 1 or 2 days complete note. Maybe entire your team will sit and understand the note, right? Is there any other option? We don't have any other option. That is our job role, right? If you understand only, we can implement it. If you don't understand it, how can we implement? No, right? This is just the
Yes,
beginning.
sir.
In real time, you will understand. It's not a difficult, I'm saying. It's very easy only. Maybe for you, for the first time, it will, hey, what is this? But later it will be very easy. Okay. Okay,
Yes, sir.
let's continue. These all notes you try to refer and create your own as user ID and explore it. Whatever I'm showing you, don't see and just ignore and go for a next class. No, whatever I'm doing in the system, you do it and familiar with these things and terminology. Okay? Yes or no?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the other thing is, yesterday we've discussed few technical things again about S4 HANA. I need a volunteer, maybe Arshan or a Subhashri. Just explain, maybe a point to point wise, what does it mean in S4 HANA. Additionally, I'll add. Who want to go first? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, please go on. What is in memory? What I've told in the yesterday. You are not there.
Yeah, I'm there.
You was there, right? Yeah, please tell me. Okay.
Relating to RAM, we have spoke.
Okay. Out of these topics, which one you remember? You tell me that. I'm giving you choice to you.
Multiprocessor.
Please tell me.
Uh, previously we used to check all the data for searching, but now column wise we are checking so that it will be speed and
Mm-hmm.
column wise.
Okay. Good.
Artificial user interface has changed.
Hmm.
Like for on premises, we have two, traditional and latest version. For cloud, we have only latest version.
The GUI, graphical user interface, is only Fiori for cloud, and on-premise we have a cloud. Let's say
Yeah.
on-premise Fiori and traditional GUI.
Yes.
Okay. What else you remember? This we have covered already. GUI, graphical user interface,
Mm.
how it works in on-premise and cloud, we discussed it, and also we discussed how it was in SAP ECC, right?
Yes.
Prema,
Yeah.
you clear this point,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Huh. Arshvardhan, you want to try anything?
Mm, Data compression. So in
Tell me.
S4HANA, whatever data is there, automatically it will compress into 1/4, and because of that, we will get speed also.
Hmm.
And OLTP and OLAP, online transaction process, and online analytical processes.
Hmm.
I remember that much only for that.
Hmm.
And in own database HANA, for HANA we have one database maintained by SAP.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier it was with third parties like other companies. We are taking database for
What are the other
maintenance
companies?
like Oracle,
Hmm.
uh, IBM,
Hmm.
some are two
Okay.
three companies you told.
Hmm.
In memory means like RAM. Uh, in Esperano we have like in memory with RAM and all. Due to that we will get more speed and all
Hmm.
for internal process everything.
Hmm.
Uh,
That's all.
yeah, remaining C covered already.
Okay. Now
Mm.
let's understand from Prema. Prema, did you understand what is in memory in S4 HANA? It's not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good if you understand. Okay. Now let me explain you one more time. Guys, don't take it any other way. You have to speak and you have to be very transparent. Be it a wrong. If I know wrong, I should express to my team. when there is a question, it's a very basic. You have to respond. That is expecting too much nowadays. Okay. In memory logic, we have in S4 HANA. Okay. These all are again technical things. Okay. Which are not related to functional consultant. Really, these things background basis consultant will know. Who should know? Basis consultant. We have written functional consultants and technical consultants. We have a basis consultant, right? This guy should know because he is a SAP admin, right? SAP application related admin who basis consultant. He has to take care. And above consultant, what does he do, Prema?
ABAP consultant to develop the applications
Okay.
as
So,
per the customer requirement.
hmm,
He
he
customize the
correct. That is perfect.
application.
But exactly what is the SAP ABAP does, Subhishri? What is the role of ABAP consultant? Why do we need that guy? Basis we need for a system administration like SAP installation, network, speed, RAM, these things we need a basis. But above why need?
You know SAP language, no? Whatever we need,
Hmm. SAP works in a
need to.
language ABAP only, right?
Yes,
Be it a standard, be it a customizing, whatever you do in SAP. Additionally, if you want to do how SAP is designed, everything known by ABAP consultant only, right? He is
yes.
a program consultant, technical guy. Now these things are basis related, but will not go that detail. We know maybe 2 or 3 lines in detail and we remember. We learn and we remember. We will not forget it. So in memory in a sense, SAP has in memory logic based on the employees or a person's activities or a job role. System as a IQ, right? Daily, Krishna what configuration is doing, what data he is processing. System has a logic and he captures that information in memory and it keeps the data ready from the database already. It makes your job very easy. I am coming daily as accountant. I am processing data related to vendors, maybe Subhashri, Prema, and Harshvardhan. These are my vendors. Okay. This vendors related information daily I'm fetching what is outstanding, how much I paid already. I do some reconciliation. Basically, I'm playing with this vendor data daily as part of my job role. What the system do is okay. System Krishna came and he'll just ask for this vendor information only. Let me ready with the data pulling. I'll give a call to database. I capture that and keep it ready. The minute Krishna run the report, I'll populate the data. That logic S4 HANA has. It basically brings the value accurate and speed. Basically speed. The next thing is very easy. You know already. SAP S4 HANA only works on HANA database. No matter what, how much interviewer will confuse you, don't get confused. You tell SAP S4 HANA runs on HANA database only. And additionally in a HANA, we have a multi-process. Basically, what does processors do? If you have a good processor, what is the advantage to your personal computer or a mobile? What is the advantage?
Anywhere we can use.
Uh, processors. Processors are the bridge between your RAM and hard disk. It increases your system performance. Okay, like a vehicles, it's a engine is a main critical thing, right? If your vehicle engine is good, it'll perform well. Likewise, for missions and the software applications, processors are very much important. Okay, maybe you have an Intel processor, gigabyte, you see the terminologies, right? Ryzen processor, there are many processors in the market. So likewise, In the SAP, traditionally, there was no flexibility to have multiple processes. One application means only one processor we used to have, and that processor used to read the data in the database based on the rows. I'll read 112, 13, 14. Only one person is there and doing a work. He has to do this row work, this row work, this row work. If I ask some data, I have, let's say, 1 lakh records. In the 1 lakh records, how many places I see a word watermelon? How many places I see a word watermelon out of 1 lakh records? If I ask to check the system, only one processor is there. That guy is checking row by row, row by row, row by row in the database. He is checking. How much time it will take? Definitely it will take a lot of time. In the real time, in SAP ECC, accountants will run some reports before they leave office. They'll run in the back end. They'll come office in the morning tomorrow and they'll download the records. That kind of data delay also is there. Because of this issue, there was a single processor only, and it was a row based reading. Row by row, row by row, it used to read. In S4HANA, to avoid that, they have a multi-process, and they told system to read the data not in a row basis, read from a columns, and whenever there is a call to get a particular data from a database, how many processes you have, you divide the work and you read accordingly. Let's say I have two processes. One processor will read the data from A to C column. The other processor will read maybe D to F. Likewise, automatically they have a logic. They'll divide the work and they review the data very fast and they populate the data. That is possible. It basically saves accountants time and it is very fast. That is other thing. You should understand these terminologies are there in S4HANA. 2 liners at least you should remember a definition also. Then this thing we have discussed, graphical user interface. I am telling you, please don't forget this. If you forget this, it doesn't make sense. Okay, this is very critical. If you forget these things, at least okay, but this you should not forget it. Okay, and this one, if I told like this, others we will forget means no. The other thing is OLTP and OLAP. It's an online transaction processing and analytical processing. This is in-house functionality. Default application has this functionality. It means there are many people sitting in many sites, means many places they'll see it, and in the same client system they process a lot of data. They record the transactions, they make a payments, they receive receipts, they do lot of transactions. Every time it's online reconciliation. Transactions are up to date. There is no delay. Whatever balances are appearing, they are up to date all the time. That is a online transactional processing. Again, analytical processing. Analytical processing is kind of a reporting. Whatever numbers we see, numbers are like numbers only. We remember. Maybe we feel like it's very difficult to remember that numbers. The same report, instead of numbers, if you present in some analytical view like a bar chart or a pie chart or some kind of narrow down, some kind of visualization, if you change and present, audience will understand very easily. Mostly if you're presenting some report to your CFO in the organization, they don't want to see a numbers. Okay, they want to see in detail view, analytical view. They want to see a pie chart or a bar chart. If you present that way, the content will go very easily and it brings more value. That functionality is possible in S4HANA. We will see it in Fiori. Few reports we will see a numbers, and also we ask system to show the numbers into some charts, pie charts or a bar chart, some analytical view we will see. That is possible. Numbers Every time your numbers are reconciled, no matter what, where you sit and where you do the transaction in SAP. Likewise, whatever a report you want, either you can get it in a numbers, you can have the same report in analytical view. That is possible. The other thing, last thing is data compression. Why do we do data compression? Maybe simple thing. When you want to send any attachment to a company or your friend or yourself, there is a restriction. Maybe it is only accept 2 MB or 10 MB maximum. You cannot add more. Then what you do, you compress it as much as possible and you reattach and you send it. That we know, right? Already basically generally we know data compression. We zap it or we zip it and we send it. So in SAP S4 HANA, what system default, you no need to tell the system to compress the data. By default, when there is a data processed in the system, it automatically compresses up to 1 by 4th. 1 by 4th means 12.5%, right? Yes or no? It's 12.5%. Out of 100%, 12.5% data will be compressed and only rest of the data will be captured. So it is bringing that value, right? Then what organizations will do? There are two memories in the application. Anywhere in there are two memories. What are they? One is a temporary memory RAM. The other one is permanent memory hard disk. Yes or no? The permanent memory is HANA database. That is a hard drive. But temporary thing is RAM you have. Okay, RAM and processor bring speed to your application. As we have a functionality data compressing and it is giving a benefit. So with this benefit, what organizations will do is they'll increase the application RAM size. Okay, maybe my ECC system was running in 100 GB RAM. Okay, 100 GB RAM it was running, but the cost wise RAM cost is very high. If you compare with hard disk cost, RAM is very high. That is the reason they are okay with 100 GB RAM and they are running their application. But in S4 HANA, they have a flexibility of data compression. They can spend little more money on RAM. They can increase RAM size. Maybe I'll go with 150 GB RAM and I'll go with 2 TB hard disk. So what does it bring? The minute you have a RAM size extra, again you have a speed and the fastness will increase. That value is bringing in S4 HANA. Okay, these are overall technical stuff, but don't forget, I'll keep on asking, you guys keep on answer me. Okay, got it? That's all we
Yes.
discussed yesterday. That's all we discussed yesterday. And today we wanted to discuss SAP
Sir.
or a IT system landscape.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me, Prema.
can we use fear in ECC, sir?
You can use very limited. Okay, very limited in a sense, some analytical, some remote reporting side you can use it, but nobody uses it. You got it?
Okay, sir.
Why you can use it and why it's not full-fledged is, so in SAP ECC it is on premise, right? It's not a cloud, first thing, right? And functionalities wise, SAP ECC has not concentrated that much. They were like trial and error basis. They have some web services activated, Fiori side. But out of 100 clients, let's say 99.9% clients, nobody is using Fiori in SAP ECC. Okay. But if you say the strict
Yes.
answer, you can say no. If your interviewer asks, hey, no, why you are saying no? It's possible, I've seen it. If they can say, you can answer in this way, yes, there is a possibility, but it will not bring a value, right? It will not bring a value. It's not a complete solution. Maybe you can get 1 or 2 reports, that's all. But everything is not at all possible.
Okay, sir.
Does that answer your question? To confuse you, the interviewer will may ask you, hey, can't we use Fiori in SAP ECC? It's not possible. Okay, it's a matured version in S4 HANA, not in ECC. In SAP, as for my knowledge, there were few analytical reports are very limited, maybe 0.01% possibility is there. Being a fact, nobody is using that. Okay, done. Got it?
Okay, sir.
In my
Yes,
12
sir.
years career, I have not seen in SAP ECC Fiori used. But I've seen this kind of interview questions. Even I'll ask the candidates. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Based on the answer, I'll get to know whether this candidate is a genuine or a fake, right? If the person is fake, whatever
Okay,
I
sir.
say yes, he'll say yes. Whatever I say no, he'll say no. Right? It
Okay, sir.
how I'll say it brings 50% value also in SAP ECC. We can use lot of Fiori apps. I'll say he'll say yes, yes, that is true. Even I use it. He'll say then I'll understand what is a fact. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Let's go to the SAP system landscape or a IT system landscape. Rather calling a SAP system landscape, any software industry, there is a system landscape. This is very much important to understand because you are coming to IT side, right? In IT side, the core you have to understand system landscape. Without understanding the system landscape, maybe we call it as IT life cycle. Okay, information systems life cycle, how it will be. So in every project there is a system landscape of development, and they have a quality, they have a production. Let's say my client is so and so XYZ. Okay, XYZ is my client. He has S4 HANA on premise 2022. Development means that only same product, and same product I have for production. The same product he needs three separate copies: development, quality, and production. Why can't we manage with one copy? Why definitely we need three copies at least? Why? Any reason? Anything coming in your mind?
Three are different.
Development.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, go on one by one.
Development team implementations of application.
Mm-hmm. Okay, implementation.
Quality
Hmm.
quality team is uh, testing the implementations, whether it is right, whether it is working or not.
Okay, correct. Then
Productions is go to live.
Go live.
go live, real business system, right? Operations. Why do we need this? Why can't I have only one system and operate all these three activities?
After development, we cannot go live immediately.
Hmm.
So we have to check that, and then only we have to go. So like three have three different uh, functions. No?
Hmm. Okay, you said right. Now the question is, I have only one system. Okay, as for 2022, first I'll do implement. Okay, maybe 12 months I'll implement. Maybe 2 months I'll test where it went. I'll implement. I'll test. Then I'll go live. Can't I manage with one system? Why I don't have three? I have only
Master,
one. 18 months. Yeah, please tell.
Master data transaction rate, because like for master data it will be common, we need not to save every time, no,
Hmm.
like
That
that's
master
what.
data also I'll manage. Here only, whatever way you want, I'll manage the master data also in one system only. I do this 18 months implement. While testing, I have a master data. I'll test it. Then I'll tell the business to use the system. What is the problem? You guys are correct. I'm agree with this
uh,
approach. Yes, this is the right approach.
Person
But you
is
should understand.
different.
Uh,
Person is different, no, development will be done by ABAP
okay. Mm, Develop.
system.
No, no, no. Development not only about first functional. Okay. If
Okay.
functional has any issue, then ABAP. Got it?
Okay.
ABAP don't do any functionality. They'll not enable a functionality to a business. They'll enable some custom functionality which we only ask. By himself, he'll not do anything in the system. Okay? You will understand later.
Okay.
Tell me. We do there only. Development we do. Okay. Why we need a system landscape is, I'll just give a content and let's continue Monday. Okay? It will take maybe one class completely. You should understand. Let's say a simple example is, everybody is using Amazon application. Maybe any
Yes.
application,
Yes,
any
sir.
e-commerce application you guys are using, right? Okay. If you see, there are categories in the application, yes or no? There are types of categories. Maybe you have a clothing, you have in the clothing, if you
Fashion.
go fashion, you have a mobiles, you have electronics. There are many categories we have, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. That application Amazon is keeping in Play Store, right? Apple Play Store or Android Play Store, whatever, Google Play Store, they'll
Mm.
store there. We install and we use it, right? Right? We
Yes.
install. Let's say currently it has a 10 categories. How many? 10 categories. He has only application 1. That application 1 he put in a Play Store. He has 10 categories. That's all everybody is using. Millions of people are using. He has only application copy 1 like this, not like this. He didn't have like this. He has only application 1. Whatever application he has 1, it has 10 categories. He put in Play Store, everybody is using happily. Done. Amazon thought maybe I'll bring a new category platform selling a cars. Maybe giving a rental cars. Something like that he want to bring one more category into his application, right? If you want to bring one more application, one more category into application, this application has to go into developer mode. Somebody has to go into change mode, not in the categories, in the back end. I'm telling, okay, in the back end I'll go and I'll try to add one more functionality which I was trying to add, a new functionality, cars related. It is not a 1 minute 2 minutes job, right? It takes months time, right? I need to give a platform sizing, picturing, the categories, breakup. It takes lot of things to do. Maybe 2-3 months it will take. Being I am using only one application in a Play Store and the same application for a latest developments, during that time whatever application you place in a Play Store, is it a stable? Will it be a stable? It works for everybody? Will it work for users?
Yes.
How it will work? Yes. I'll tell you even more simple. You have one bike. You want to understand the bike mileage. You remove all the parts. Either you repair or you ride it. Same time you repair and you ride.
No.
It's not
No.
possible, right? Likewise, application also same. If somebody is doing back end some changes, why the actual application, how it will work? It won't work, right? Definitely it will not
Yes.
work. because it's not stable. Back end you are doing some modification, what it's supposed to work, it will not work that way. It means Amazon loses his business, right?
Yes.
I want to bring new thing, okay, but I lost my business. I cannot halt my application. That is the reason every software application will have a copy of development, they have a copy of quality, they have a production copy. Whatever Amazon application is placed in a Play Store, it's their production copy. What is it? It's a production copy. With the production only, business will get bread and butter. Okay, if that application is working up and running, they'll get the revenue. Otherwise, they're gone. That is the reason this is very sensitive application product, right? Now, in the same case, what Amazon does is, okay, I have already developed 10, tested 10 categories, then I launch it to production. Here business is using. Then the additional functionality I'll start adding here in development, which is no connection to your production. This works seamlessly. I'll add here. After adding, I'll do a testing here again. Then thorough testing will be done here. It's not only about a 11th category. What we added, we will test that. No. Including a 11th category. So for 10 categories, how they are working, they should work. If you're bringing one functionality and you're disturbing two functionalities, will it bring any value? No, right? No. That is the reason thorough testing will be done again in a quality. Once we have a solid results in a quality, in certain point, in certain time, whatever additional change we did, that they'll move to this production system. Production system in a sense, whatever a copy we have in a Play Store. Then all users will get one notification. There is something new. Please update to use the latest functionalities. We'll get no? Yeah?
Yes.
The minute you update your application again, you start seeing the additional category they've added, so that your business did not hampered, right? It's up and running, and meantime your development also done, right?
Yes.
That is the reason for any IT industry, we should understand the system landscape. This is a basic system landscape. This is a basic system landscape. Again, to bring here one box, organization has to spend money. Okay, but without three boxes like development, quality, and production, software life cycle is not possible. Okay, it's a IT life cycle is not possible. In addition, also we can have another systems, how they can have, and actually in real time how it works. We will discuss on Monday. Okay.
Okay.
Done for today. Tomorrow take maybe rest, and but please go through these 3 videos again and understand it better. Okay, I'll ask some questions on Monday, maybe 5 minutes. You guys have to answer me. Got it?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then bye. Happy